Hi, I'm Jessica Blue, and welcome to my apartment in Lincoln Square. When my husband and I were shopping for an apartment, we really wanted to find something with vintage character. We really love all the detail and some of the molding and the archways. I love thrifting, I love repurposing furniture, and it all sort of just came together with these nods to mid-century and just like an eclectic vibe. Oh, that's FIFA. This piece is one of my favorite pieces in the dining room. I found it at Megmade, which is a great local vendor. She finds these awesome vintage pieces and then she custom paints them for you. This is something I found through Craigslist. It's a great bust. And this portrait that we're looking at is an actual portrait of my grandmother. So I had it shipped from Poland, and my grandmother's with me in the dining room every day. This corner of the home, I immediately knew I wanted to do a reading nook just because of this little bump out and the space here for shelving. You can take out an ottoman and just kick up your feet, and it just sort of makes up this really great entryway when you walk into the home. We love to host friends and have dinner parties, so I found this great burl table. I love burl. I found it at CB2, great price point. And I paired the dining table with these really great Seska chairs that I found off of Craigslist again. I just had them reupholstered with some really fun Maharam fabric. This is probably one of my proudest achievements. It's something that was very cheap to do, but I love a gallery wall. And every single painting on this wall is from a thrift store. The Canadian-based artist Isabella Di Sclafani made this beautiful Whitney Houston painting for me that I added to my gallery wall of thrifted finds. And then of course, we have our ever-growing bar that prior to quarantine wasn't this large, but my husband, who is a huge Scotch whiskey fan, has collected some cool things over time, so we'll experiment and make cocktails over the weekend and during happy hours. Welcome to my living room, which is technically a master bedroom that changed into a living room because we really wanted a full dining space. But it's worked out really great, especially with transitioning to working from home, and it's sort of a nice cozy space that can sort of transition from working to then relaxing and sitting on the couch. A really fun project that we did in this room was due to the fact that there were already sconce locations on either side. I went ahead and updated that, and I added a little detail. We found some really great leftover Maya Romanoff vinyl and sort of had it cut out to fit the size of the sconce location, and then we had it framed out. We found a really great sofa from West Elm, but I had a friend find these really great Thayer Coggin chairs from Mercantile M, which is in Andersonville. It's a shop that I frequent a lot. They were in great condition. These didn't have to get reupholstered or anything. And then this great like two-tiered coffee table was another vintage find that I found through Cherish, and this literally cost me $100. My workspace is sort of a combination of things. Like I had to bring in a task chair from my office. Also, I like to compose things in trays here, like samples for client projects. It's great with organization and just accessing things like very easily. Welcome to my bedroom. I knew that I wanted darker paint and sort of brought that in with like some of the darker bedding. Another really great piece in this room that I really love is this art piece on the wall. It is from Dial M. Another really great local Chicago shop, and for some reason I already had this pillow, and so it was meant to be this sort of like color connection. And then another great piece that's very special to me is this watercolor print. It was done by a friend that I knew when I was this old because that's me in the picture with my nanny. And then 20 years later, we found each other on Facebook, and he told me that, this was part of his art collection. I was very lucky to get reunited with, a piece of my childhood that I don't remember. Working for a design firm, you sort of always get like little ends and pieces of things that customers don't want anymore. So I took this Dadar linen that's really heavyweight, gorgeous, and super expensive. I think it was meant to be a duvet or something, but I turned it into these really cool decorative panels and adds really great pattern and texture to the room. This little bathroom was a fun project because it was a complete gut. We had a radiator at one point. We ripped it out and we installed heated flooring. And then I just found some really great subway tile and a little mosaic for the floor and just alternated the grout so that it created this really cool graphic. Welcome to the kitchen. This is the place where my husband and I love to cook. The only thing we really did in the kitchen here was paint the cabinets. They were a very cheapo builder's grade, wood, and just to sort of give them a little facelift, we painted them Benjamin Moore gray and added a really cool, colorful rug that I found on Etsy, and the space was completed.